Coming back to this challenge that we just completed, you'll notice on the reverse side of the coding mat, you have these lines and circles, and they're actually here to help you code. So this is in fact a maze mat, and this is a coding mat. With the same exact challenge, what I can do is I can use a green brick to signify a start location. So that's my start. I need to turn right, take 3 steps forward. I can turn left. So let me do that. So turn right, 3 steps forward, turn left, left, and then 3 steps. 1, 2, 3, and then stop. And you can see how that will actually give you spaces where you can code and in a place to sort of put your code in a line so that you can then easily assemble if you wanted to. Alternatively, if we go back to the coding tokens, if you have them, you can use the coding tokens to do the same thing. Here, for example, we'll use the green token to signify a start location and a red token to signify the end. The problem is we don't know the answer yet, so we won't use the red code, but let's begin by programming. And now with these two mats, what you'll have is you'll have one student who's the robot and another student who's the programmer, and they'll work together. The robot will control the little minifigure or the brick, if you'd prefer. They can use a brick to just signify, again, the orientation. And they will drive this, and the programmer will then write the code. Or the programmer will write the code, and then the robot will test the code to see if it works. So in this example, what I'll do is I'm actually going to code it again. So here, I'm going to turn right. So to turn right, I'm going to use a blue token, a dark blue token. So I'm going to use my dark blue token to signify that I've turned right. I'm going to take 1, 2, 3 steps forward. So 1, 2, 3, using my yellow tokens. I will turn left using the blue token, turn left. And then I'll take 1, 2, 3 steps forward. 1, 2, 3, and I've reached the end, so now I can use my red token. And this now is the code that you can use to solve this challenge. So now you might have noticed that there are arrows on here, and some of the children might be confused, or yourself might be confused. And the idea with the arrows is that it gives you a little bit more, you can be a little bit more discreet about what you're trying to do. So in this example, I use dark blue to turn right and light blue to turn left. But what you can also do is you can just use yellow tokens to say, well, he is facing this way with that arrow on the green, and I want him to turn right. So I'm going to turn right, and then I will take 3 steps forward. Now you'll notice that the turn right is now part of the movement. So turning right and moving. So it might be a little bit more acceptable for younger children, but for older children, this is a little bit too easy, and we need to make it a little bit harder. So what we'll do is, I do apologize for leaving that there, but what we'll do is we'll actually say we're going to turn that direction with the blue. So you'll notice the character will now face where the arrow is facing, and then they'll take 3 steps down, 1, 2, 3. We'll use another blue one, light blue one, to signify the character is now facing this way, and we'll move 1, 2, 3 steps in this direction, and then we will finish in that direction. Coming back to the previous example, another thing you can do with the arrows on the tokens is you'll see that there are arrows on the maze mat as well as on the coding mat. So make sure that the arrows are in the same direction, which signifies that my character is starting in that location. If you would prefer, you can tell them that the character needs to face that way. So then it faces this way, and you can go and put the character like that. And that way, then they know which way to start. Another thing you can do is you can say that, well, in this position, the character needs to move 3 steps forward. And instead of telling that, okay, this character is moving down, what we're actually going to be saying is that the character is moving forward. So the small arrow signifies the direction that the character is facing, whereas the long arrow signifies a movement forward. So this is forward, forward, forward. We'll be turning left. So we'll be using this light blue to point that the face of the character is facing that way. And then we'll be moving forward, forward, forward again. 1, 2, 3. And then we finish. Now, if the red token, say, was aimed that way, what you would need to do is you would need to move forward, forward, forward. You would need to turn your character around to face the right direction, like that. And then you would be facing the right direction when you stop.